Hi everyone, this is a very basic tutorial about time series and the categories stationarity and non-stationary category of time series. So first of all, what is a time series data? I'm going to show it an example. So I am dealing with an energy consumption data set. So as you can see here, I'm loading the data set with the help of pandas, and when I'm printing the data set, you can see it is a time series because it has been getting recorded with the interval of 30 minutes and this energy consumption data, and the minimum and maximum values of the data set are 27 and 6300 respectively. So as you can see, there is a lot of variability in the data set. From here, I'm still not sure whether my data is stationary or non-stationary. It is important to get to know whether the data is stationary or not. Why? Because it is very convenient and ideal to perform the machine learning models or any other analytic models on a stationary time series, right? And what is a stationary data set, or what is a stationary time series? In which the data distribution is consistent throughout the time. For example, here in this first graph, as you can see, the data distribution is consistent, means the variance and mean is consistent, evenly distributed, or as you can see. But here in this example of non-stationary time series, the data is not evenly distributed. From the graph it is visible. So to visualize the time series from the graphs is one of the first most easiest method to get to know whether the time series is stationary or not. Although there are other methods as well. For example, by performing the ADF test, mathematically you can prove whether the data is time series is stationary or not. So when you get to know about your time series, whether it's stationary or not, the next thing is to convert it into the stationary if it is not, right? So visualizing your data, it should be the foremost first step before you perform any model over it, right? So let's just plot the data. So when I'm plotting the data, as you can see, this is not a stationary time series, right? So if I'll run any machine learning model or any statistical model, for example ARIMA over it, it is not going to give me a desirable performance in the terms of error and or accuracy. So I need to convert it to the stationary time series first of all. So there are various solutions available to do the conversion. For example, various transformations like Box-Cox transformation, differencing, and all of that. We are going to perform one of the most easiest and uh, basic transformation, logarithmic transformation over this time series, like this. Using numpy, I'm going to call the log function over the dataset df, and I'm going to then assign it to the df variable again. So I'll run it. I run this cell, and so when I'm again plotting the graph, you can see here, you can see the difference. Here in this graph it was skewed, data was skewed towards left, and here it is comparatively evenly distributed, right? So if you want to make your stationary like more stationary, then maybe you could use the other transformations like Box-Cox and all of that, but this was all about the logarithmic transformation. After performing the transformation, I've scaled the data as well using the min-max scaler, and then I've divided the data into the 70-30 ratio and the rest of the steps, and then I've computed the MSC values over it. So this video was about the stationary and non-stationary nature of the time series, just to give you a basic introduction. I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching.